The great leaders really don't need titles. People say, well, what does that mean? You don't need to be director of, or captain of, or president of to be a leader. That's just a title. That's something you put on your door or whatever, or on your website or whatever. You don't need that to be a leader. To be a leader, you need to have the ability to help out others and serve the interests of others that are in your group, in your team, or on your team to make the team and the group be its best. Very simple. If you do what's best for the group to help the group win, that's being a leader. And it's hard because human nature or human instincts tells you go for yours, don't worry about anybody else. And in a group setting, in a team setting, typically if everyone tries to do that, the team's not successful. It's when everyone can play their role and be a star in their role, that's when the team can be successful. And a lot of times, it's the ones who have what others or outsiders consider to have a smaller role in the team. Those are the ones that typically are your better leaders because they understand that they don't need to rock the boat by trying to be something they're not. They understand that the team comes first. And if the team comes first, the team usually is successful. So having an attitude of trying to help others get better, having an attitude of we first instead of me first, those are the ones that are your leaders. People think, well, I'm a senior in high school, I should be captain. Just because you're older doesn't mean you're a captain. It just means you're older. Freshmen can be captains. Sophomores can be captains. Juniors can be captains. You have to have it inside of you to think about everyone on your team and what makes them all be their best. That's when you have that thought process, that's when you are a leader. So you're not thinking about, well, what can I do for myself to make myself better? Because I think that's what leaders do. No, leaders, again, are not thinking about themselves. They're thinking about others. The better leaders are, the best leaders. And my goal for you, or my hope for you, or my thought for you, is that if you are trying to help your team be successful this season, as we're getting again ready to start here very soon, you need to be able to think about others first. Like, maybe that player needs to be pat on the back more than scolded. Maybe that player needs to be scolded a little bit more to get him or her back on track. You always lead to your personality. Don't try to be someone you're not. And I'll talk about that tomorrow. But basically, if you do your best to try to help out others, you don't need a title. So if captains are picked on your team and you're not a captain, it doesn't mean you're not a leader, okay? Understand, leaders come in all shapes, forms, and fashions. And a lot of it is, do you put the team or the group or the company or the business interest in front of your own interest? So again, try your best to have that type of attitude and you're going to be a leader.